Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
We begin tonight with the latest on a developing story. Still no sign of 22-year-old Savannah Greywind, who disappeared from her North Fargo apartment last weekend. Police say they're working on leads and other clues following the arrest of 2 people who have been charged with kidnapping. William Hone and Brooke Cruz remain in the Cass County Jail tonight. Authorities say they aren't talking. As far as the search, there's new help, and they went right to work when they arrived in Fargo tonight. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hocker has that story.
People of all ages were out looking and lending their support to find Savannah Greywind. Trollwood Park was headquarters for the dozen or so volunteers who came out.
We're putting people up on grid maps and doing certain areas of search right now.
Chief Larry Mason from the Belcourt Fire Department was a main organizer of the search for Savannah. Each time a group came back, he made sure that area was marked off as searched. He, along with many people from Belcourt, Dunseith, and several other cities, came to help with this search, all wanting to bring comfort and peace to Savannah's family.
Work our way that way, so.
The search spanned many blocks, and people were out in North Fargo covering ground that had yet to be searched.
On the side of the road? Should we go all the way down and do on the side of the road? Sure. That way we don't have to wait.
Deneen DeLorean knows and works with Savannah.
Is there anything underneath?
No.
Did you check?
Yep.
She and her colleague came to help out because at this point, it's all anyone can do.
You know, in something like this, you always hope for the best. You know, I honestly don't know.
As you know, the last several days have been terribly tough for everyone who knows and loves Savannah, and today into tonight was no different. Now, as police are continuing following up on their leads, I'm told by Savannah's friends and families who are searching for her that they will be out here at Trollwood Park tomorrow morning bright and early to keep on searching for Savannah. Mike, back to you.
Cornelius Hocker reporting live from North Fargo. Thank you, Cornelius.
Everybody is very excited that there can be a ray of hope in all this.
And while it's been an incredibly difficult week for the family of Savannah Greywind, investigators did say that they believe the baby recovered yesterday is Savannah's. Valley News Team's Molly Casey joins us live in the studio with more on the immediate future of the child. Molly?
Mike, as one might expect, family members say this has been an extremely hard week for them to deal with. The baby remains in protective custody and the family has not been able to see her. Today, family and community members were in Trollwood searching for signs of Savannah, but Savannah's mother, sister, and boyfriend were not there. They say a woman claiming to want to help with fundraising has been harassing them and calling Savannah's boyfriend nonstop. Information is now being relayed through a family spokesperson to allow them their privacy and distance. The family is said to be focusing on the infant that was found Thursday afternoon. They're working with the appropriate agencies to be able to see the baby girl they've named Hazley Joe.
They're working with the people that they need to get the proper red tape cleared and things like that.
And while they couldn't comment on this case, Cass County Social Services tells us in emergency situations where a child is displaced, they work as quickly as possible on what's best for the child.
Children need to be with relatives when it's appropriate and assessed that they're capable of caring for a child and meeting the child's basic needs. So that's going to be our primary focus.
And once the DNA test is complete, Cass County will set up a meeting with the family to discuss how to proceed. Mike?
All right, Molly. Many people have been wondering about donating money to help out the Greywind family. Fundraising accounts have already turned up on sites like GoFundMe, but the family says it's unsure who's running those. They say an official fund is in the process of being set up and is expected to be ready for donations by Monday. More than 50 people of various races and religions participated in a Native American prayer ceremony on MSUM's campus earlier today. It's where participants attempted to cleanse their mind using sage smudging. Many people said it's hard to believe we're dealing with a disappearance like Savannah's here in Fargo-Moorhead.
But the fact that it happened in Fargo where we thought it was safe, and she was 8 months pregnant, 22 years old, that's around a lot of the demographic of the people that I know.
This has a big effect, especially on the women here on campus, but not only just like people in general in Fargo and Moorhead. This is really scary for a lot of people.
While the prayer service was organized to support the Greywind family, it also served as an example of community unity during hard times. Police today asked for your help releasing these photos of a brown Jeep that someone may have seen in the North Fargo area. If you have any information on that or anything relating to this case, you're asked to call the number on your screen, 701-235-7335. In other news tonight, 2 people are in a Fergus Falls jail after being arrested on charges in Virginia. Fergus Falls police say Penny Dawson and Sean Castoria were arrested on Virginia charges that they allegedly shot a woman and stole her car. The car was spotted by an Otter Tail County Sheriff's deputy near Albany, Minnesota. Authorities arrested the pair at a Fergus Falls gas station without incident. Investigators say they believe that the shooting is related to the disappearance of an 84-year-old man from Virginia. A motorcyclist was taken to the hospital this evening after crashing a few blocks away from I-29 and West Acres. Officers say they believe the motorcyclist was traveling around 50 to 60 miles per hour and was swerving between lanes of traffic when he hit a vehicle that was turning. Authorities say the driver was conscious and alert. Charges are possible. U.S. defense officials say North Korea has launched more missiles into the Sea of Japan. The military's initial assessment was that there were 3 short-range ballistic missiles. The U.S. statement said the first and third missiles failed in flight, and the second one appears to have blown up almost immediately. The Pacific Command continues to assess the launches, but said the missiles posed no threat to Guam. Hurricane Harvey is coming ashore as the fiercest hurricane to hit the U.S. in nearly a dozen years. With storm surges of up to 12 feet, Harvey is expected to pummel the Gulf Coast of Texas and then linger for days. Wei Zhang is in the thick of it in Corpus Christi.
Hurricane Harvey pelted the Texas coastline with rain and whipping winds. In just 56 hours, Harvey grew from an unnamed storm to a life-threatening hurricane. This SUV was abandoned in Corpus Christi, partially submerged by storm surge. Fierce winds toppled the golden arches at this McDonald's in Galveston. And this business left a message for the monster storm. Gulf Coast residents were urged to pack up and leave, even if their area wasn't under mandatory evacuation.
We just couldn't risk it. We couldn't risk it flooding.
Samantha Burton decided to hunker down.
Having to uproot the children and leaving our home. Taking our animals and everything would have just been really hard.
Governor Greg Abbott visited a storm shelter in San Antonio where evacuees are given meals and a place to sleep.
The most important thing that you can do is to safeguard your own life.
First responders say they're prepared to come out here and answer calls for help, but at some point it may be too dangerous to risk more lives.
Harvey could swamp counties 100 miles inland, causing catastrophic flooding in Houston, home to more than 2 million people.
We are predicting an extreme event here with rainfall totals of 24 to 35, 36 inches of rain.
The storm has already impacted oil and gas production, and hurricane researchers warn the economic fallout and damage from Harvey could be on par with Hurricane Katrina. Wei Zhang, CBS News, Corpus Christi.
President Donald Trump says that he plans to go to Texas early next week.